Hey everyone, welcome back to At Home with Sonia. Today's video is full of Christmas decorate with me. I'm taking you through my entire home, room by room, showing you exactly how I decorated for Christmas last year. And here's why. If you want a stress-free, beautiful holiday season, the secret is to start planning Christmas 2026 now. July is the perfect time to get inspired, make your lists, and shop those sales before everything sells out. And I'm so excited because this is just the first video in my Christmas in July series. All month long, I'll be sharing fun Christmas content to get you inspired and organized early so you won't want to miss a single one. So if you love Christmas decorating ideas, home tours, and getting a head start on the holidays, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the rest of the series. And drop a comment below and tell me, do you start planning your Christmas early or are you a last minute decorator? I'd love to know. All right, friends, grab your iced coffee, put on your favorite Christmas playlist, and let's decorate, starting with the front porch. Welcome. I'm starting off today with a completely clear front porch. After Halloween, I removed all the decor and it's been sitting empty ever since, so it is definitely time to make it festive again. For this year, I'm keeping things very simple with traditional Christmas palette of greens, reds, and touches of gold. Cozy, classic, and timeless. The first thing I'm working on is my wash basin. For years now, I use this to hold a fresh arrangement of greens for Christmas, and then after the holidays, I switch things out with winter decor. Normally, I have a planter insert that fits perfectly inside, but this year that planter and all my spare ones mysteriously went missing. So today, I'm improvising with the bucket. Anything that holds soil will work as long as it fits inside. I started by adding birch branches first. I find it easier to place them first and then fill around them with dirt so they can stay exactly where I want them. Let me know in the comments what colors you're decorating with this year on your front porch. Once that's set, it's time for the greenery, my favorite part. All of my greens this year came from my friend Sandra's cottage. She has a huge property with so many different evergreens and she was kind enough to cut a beautiful variety for me. I'm starting with pine, which is the droopiest and softest greenery I have. I like to place them in a clock pattern at 12, 3, 6, and 9. Don't be afraid to trim your branches to size. The smaller pieces can always be reused in little vases, arrangements, or smaller pots. And if any of your branches are sticking up instead of flowing outward, you can gently massage them into place.
Let's go outside, the snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands.
Comment below if you prefer fresh greenery or artificial for your outdoor arrangements. Let me know what greenery you have in your area. I'd love to hear what you use for your planters.
And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents.
Next, I'm adding some structure with blue spruce. These branches are firmer and help create a nice backdrop. I added 3 of them, but if you're recreating this, just add as many as you need depending on how big your pot is.
Plans, what we're gonna do. I feel so blessed that I can be with you. 'Cause God knows that I've been longing for you. I just wanna hold you close. You know the stars are shining just for you. Let's take a walk and we can follow the moonlight till we reach a place we.
Then I'm adding some wispy texture with Eastern hemlock. I love how fine the needles are and it adds such a beautiful movement to the arrangement.
'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. Ooh, and in a while we're gonna go inside.
And to fill in all the empty spots, I'm tucking in cedar. Cedar always adds that perfect, full, and fluffy look.
Is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. Love and so beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. With you. I don't need any presents as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you.
Now for the fun part, the embellishments. I'm adding these red berry stems with pine cones that I picked up years ago at the dollar store. They've held up so well. I'm also adding these wooden branches that I bought from a nursery several years back. And then I have these little natural pieces. I'm not sure what they're called, but I have 5 of them and they add the perfect rustic touch. To finish it off, I'm adding this wooden sphere. And I just love how this whole arrangement turned out so full, natural, and beautiful. If you're enjoying this traditional Christmas style, don't forget to tap that like button. Next, I'm bringing out my trees. I have these pre-lit ones from Walmart that go onto my porch pots. I absolutely love them. I store them already fluffed, so setting up this year was so super easy. The other trees I'm using are these pre-lit flocked ones from Costway. They are so beautiful and add the perfect wintry feel to my porch. I have 3 of them. Same thing here, I store them fluffed so they barely needed any fluffing. Moving up to the door, I'm adding my wreaths. These originally came from Michael's, but I've DIY'd them several times over the years. The last update I did was last year when I added these gold bells, and they still look so beautiful. If you love simple holiday decor ideas, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's coming next. Now back down to the chair area, I'm borrowing my waffle blanket from the family room and draping it over the rocking chair. Then I'm adding this adorable pillow from Michael's that says Christmas Tree Farm. It ties in perfectly with the overall theme and adds the welcoming cozy touch. Usually I add my Merry Christmas sign above the light fixture, but we just installed new lights and I'm not allowed to hang anything on them. I'm still keeping my Merry Christmas doormat that I've had for a few years. It's Home Alone inspired and still one of my favorites. Beside my planter, I'm placing my vintage sleigh, one of my go-to holiday pieces.
It's December again, I can't believe it. Whatever happened to the rest of the year?
And to complete this little setup here, I am adding a wooden reindeer that needed a little bit of assembling. My neighbor thrifted this one for me, and she brought it and said, "Hey, I got this for you. I know you can make it look beautiful." I did. I sanded it down and I gave it a new stain color, and then added a little necktie to it so that he looks very festive. It contains some gold bells and a little bit of red berries. And I love how cozy the cozy touch that this reindeer adds to this space.
That was there from the start. I want that Christmas spirit again. I find myself.
And off camera, I also added lights into the planter to give everything that soft glow at night. I will be sharing an evening home tour later on that I will share what the inside looks with everything lit up as well as the outside, so make sure you are tuned in for that. And that completes this Christmas from Porch Decorate with me. If you love simple, traditional red, gold, and green holiday decorating ideas, don't forget to hit like. Leave me a comment and subscribe so you don't miss my upcoming Christmas decorating videos. I would love to hear what colors you're decorating with this year and what part of my porch decor inspired you most. I started by clearing everything off my entryway to begin with the clean slate. The first thing I set up is my 9-foot slim Christmas tree. It's a tall and pre-lit, and I picked it up a couple years ago from a local nursery. I love that it fits perfectly in this corner without taking up too much floor space. I'm starting with decorating the tree using velvet ornaments I found last year at Michael's. I replaced the hanging strings with brown velvet ribbon to add a soft, elegant touch. Last year, I switched my Christmas style for this tree to a cozy, natural look, and I'm continuing that theme this year. Next, I'm adding some of my DIY orange slice ornaments that I made last season. I also use these as bowl fillers throughout my decor. They bring such a beautiful rustic look and smell amazing. Now I'm also adding another handmade touch, my DIY fringe ribbon. And finishing off the bottom of the tree with a burlap tree skirt. I'm still on the hunt for that perfect tree base. I'd love to find a woven three color, but all the ones I've seen are too small for this tree. Moving to the wall beside on the opposite side of the tree, instead of my usual home sign, I'm hanging a new accordion style coat rack that I thrifted for just $1. It's purely decorative and adds a nice vintage touch. I attached it using a 5-pound command strips, and once it was in place, I hung my DIY berry wreath from last year. It's actually a Pottery Barn dupe, but it gives off those classic Ralph Lauren holiday vibes that are so popular this year. To finish that wall, I added a small cluster of bells for a bit of texture and shine. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. And if you love simple, cozy Christmas decorating ideas, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the rest of my holiday decorating series. Now moving on to my entryway table. If you're wondering where it came from, it's a Facebook Marketplace find that I gave a complete makeover to fit my style. You can actually see that transformation over on my DIY channel. I started styling the table with a few thrifted books to add height and layers. On top of it, I added my thrifted lamp. And then to the other side, a DIY vase. You probably recognize it if you've seen my previous projects. Inside, I placed a small glass vase with fresh cedar clippings from my tree outside. Cedar is one of my favorite natural elements to use during the holidays. I love bringing a bit of the outdoors in. I did add water to the glass vase to make sure that the cedar clippings stay fresh long. They usually last all season with just switching out water probably once a week. In the center, I added a pair of rattan belts, another thrifted made-over item, tied together with brown silk ribbon for natural cozy look. Then I completed the tabletop with Christmas tree print in this vintage frame, a natural wood nutcracker accented with the same ribbon, and a small bell candle, a perfect finishing touch for a simple but festive feel. For the bottom of the table, I wanted to hide the outlet and cords, so I added a large woven basket from Home Sense. Inside, I tucked in waffle texture blanket in a deep green color that I picked up from Temu. I also added my largest bell tied with the same ribbon to bring everything together. For a pop of color and to tie in the berry tones from the wreath, I placed a red metal house that lights up. I just need to add the batteries. Oh, this house came from HomeSense a few years back. Beside it, I added another basket with a Norfolk pine tree, also from Temu, and I added a strand of mini lights to finish the look. And that completes my Christmas entryway decorate with me. I love how cozy, festive, and welcoming it feels right when you walk in the door. I hope you enjoyed decorating my Christmas entryway with me and got a few cozy holiday decorating ideas for your own home. If you did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more Christmas decorating inspiration coming up soon. Let me know in the comments, have you started decorating for Christmas yet? I'd love to hear what theme or color you're going for this year. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. We're starting with a clean slate. I've taken down all the fall decor and I already have the tree up with the lights. This tree came unlit from a local nursery a few years ago, so I added my own fairy lights from Amazon. I got them last year and they add such a soft, magical glow. I'm starting today's decorating with the coffee table. I'm using one of my DIY vases and I'm filling it with juniper berries stems I found on Amazon. They're absolutely beautiful and so affordable. To add some texture and height, I'm stacking one of my thrifted books and topping it with a few bells. The large bell was a recent find from HomeSense, and the other ones are my last year's DIY. To finish the look, I'm adding a thrifted deer that I painted black using textured black paint. I love how simple and festive this little vignette turned out. Cozy, elegant, and effortless. Now let's move on over to the mantle. This year I decided to go a lot simpler than last year. I'm using a beautiful cedar garland from Temu. It looks and feels so realistic. I secured it using command hooks on each side of the mantle, then added 2 stockings and a set of bells to one corner. Off camera, I also added some twinkling lights on a timer. They bring the perfect evening glow. For styling the mantle, I'm bringing in my wooden lantern from HomeSense to soften the look. On the opposite side, I added my jug vase with some winter stems from Dollarama that I picked up last year. Then going back to the lantern side, I'm placing a set of black candlestick holders topped with Christmas tree candles from Amazon. They are so charming. To balance everything, I'm adding a raw wood nutcracker from Dollarama. I bought them meaning to use them for a DIY, but I love the natural look, so I just tied a little ribbon around it, and I love the way it looks. Beside the nutcracker, I placed a mailbox candle for the perfect pop of red that ties back to my entryway. If you haven't seen my Christmas entryway decorated with me, I'll have it linked for you to check out next. In one corner of my living room, I have a small side table that always holds a lamp and an urn. This was my dog Buddy's favorite spot, and my kids insist it stays right here. Beside it, I added a small vase with cedar stems from Temu. I got them last year, and they're still one of my favorites. Once added the stem, it felt like the table needed something more. So I added a deep green wooden tree I found at HomeSense a few years back. tie everything together, I added a red ribbon around the vase for that subtle festive touch. I love how this corner feels so cozy and personal. If you're enjoying this Christmas living room decorate with me so far, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more cozy and elegant Christmas decorating ideas coming your way. Now let's move on to the side table between the chairs. I'm adding a pair of large candle holders with green candles that I shaped into Christmas trees last year. Such a fun DIY. Next to that, I'm placing another one of my DIY vases. This one was a Pottery Barn dupe, and I'm filling it with Norfolk stems from Dollarama. They look so high-end and have that beautiful full texture and are quite large. For a little color, I'm adding a mercury red glass candle holder. It adds such a right amount of sparkle. Next up is the couch. I'm starting with the fringed blanket. It's reading a bit more orange on camera, but in person it is a more deep burgundy tone. Then I'm layering the patterned pillow that came with the couch, along with a pair of striped pillows from HomeSense and a velvet green pillow covers. I repeated the same on both sides on the other side and finished with the lumbar pillow in the center for balance. And now the final touch is the Christmas tree. I added this tree to the living room last year and I still love it. Most of the ornaments were DIYs I made last season. I'll be adding a few more this year to complete the look. And that wraps up Christmas living room decorate with me. I hope you enjoyed decorating with me today and that it gave you some cozy and elegant Christmas decorating ideas for your own home. Remember, you don't need to spend a ton to make your space feel warm, inviting, and high-end. A few thoughtful touches and creative DIYs can make all the difference. Here is what my dining room looks like with absolutely no decor. I've already added my flocked Christmas tree and fluffed it up. This tree is from Lowe's. It's pre-lit, beautifully full, and I've had it for a few years now. It's always such a great base for this room. I'm starting the decorating over on my hutch, beginning right at the top. I'm adding a Christmas print I picked up last year from Temu, along with my DIY vintage style Christmas tree prints inside the thrifted frame. Besides those, I'm adding a few of my vessels to balance the height and fill in the space with some warm, neutral, natural texture. On the opposite side, I'm adding these lightly flocked small trees from HomeSense. But just placing them as they were didn't quite feel right. I wanted to elevate the look a bit. So I added this little footed board under one of the trees to give it a bit more height and variation. Moving to the shelves, I'm adding another plate from my fine china set. I absolutely love how the china pops against the black background. It's such a simple but striking detail. For a small pop of red, I'm adding this wooden word sign from HomeSense. I've had it for years and it always brings a little festive charm. On the next shelf, I added a few more pieces from my fine china collection, paired with the small flocked stems and this vintage-looking cookie jar I thrifted a few years ago. It's one of my favorite Christmas finds. If you thrifted any Christmas gems this year, tell me what you found. I would love to know. To the base of the cabinet, I'm adding a set of snowmen along with my DIY vase with the brown velvet ribbon tied around the neck. Inside, I'm placing Norfolk pine stems from Temu. They're soft, full, and add the perfect touch of greenery. And to complete the look, I'm adding my bread bowl candle to bring in even more warmth and that cozy Christmas glow. If you're decorating along with me today, comment a little Christmas tree so I know. If you're enjoying this more minimal decorating style, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps my channel and lets me know you want more videos like this. And if you're not subscribed, this is a great time for you to do so. Next, I'm keeping the table very simple because we eat here every night. Do you decorate your dining room for Christmas or keep it simple? Let me know below. I love hearing your ideas. I'm adding a runner from HomeSense and placing my DIY paper mache bowl and olive atelier dupe right in the center. Inside, I added some simple pine cones. It's an easy, cozy setup that can be moved off the table quickly for family dinners and put right back without any fuss. The last piece of furniture I'm decorating is this vintage tea cart. I'm adding my large vase and filling it with frosted eucalyptus stems, and then I'm going to be adding some frosted berry stems, both from Michael's and pieces I've had for a few years. What colors are you decorating with this year? I always love hearing about your combos. Tell me what your favorite piece so far is. I love hearing what you notice. Beside that, I'm placing my DIY candle for soft, warm glow. On the bottom shelf, I'm adding another decor piece with words on it that I found at Costco a few years back. I love how it ties all the colors and textures together. I also wanted to share the ornaments I'm adding to the tree. Most of them are handmade with few special pieces mixed in. I'm also going to be adding brown ribbon this year, as well as I did this last year, and a soft white tree skirt to finish it off. And here is how the tree looks fully decorated. Warm, cozy, and minimal, just the way I love it. Do you prefer flock trees or natural green? I always go back and forth. And that completes my warm, cozy, and minimal dining room Christmas decorate with me. I hope this video gave you ideas and inspiration to style your own home for the holidays. Today I'm taking along as we decorate our primary living room, our family room, and bring all the cozy Christmas vibes back into this space. I've already taken all the everyday decor down and set up our Christmas tree. This is our third year with this tree and I still love it. The size is perfect and it fits this corner like it was made for it. We're starting with the Christmas tree. It comes pre-lit and it's fairly easy to fluff up each year. As always, I begin with the largest ornaments. That includes my oversized pine cones, a mix of large balls that came some from dollar stores, some from local florist, and some from Amazon. And these beautiful pomegranates that add so much richness. Before I go any further, what do you put on your tree first? Ribbon, florals, picks, or ornaments? Tell me in the comments. Next, I'm moving into my medium-sized balls. I have a little variety in size and color because I love the depth it gives the tree. And I almost forgot about these large bells. They add such a beautiful texture. One of my absolute favorite for this tree are these grapes. I've had them for probably over 20 years and I still love adding them every single Christmas. Then I'm filling in with smaller, more random ornaments to give everything that full layered look. To finish the tree, I'm adding these berry picks and a red tree skirt with gold detailing. This room is all about traditional red and gold theme this year, classic, warm, and timeless. If you're decorating your living room this week too, tell me, are you team traditional, team natural, or team color for Christmas? I have several different spaces throughout my home that I have decorated in different themes. So if you're looking for a different type of inspiration, make sure to check those out. The playlist is linked down below. Moving on to the chair, I'm adding this holiday lumber pillow that ties in perfectly with the colors of the tree. Now for the mantle, my most challenging area every single year. I struggle with garlands more than anything, and I swear I need to take a course or something. But today I wanted lots of texture, so I layered both cedar and Norfolk pine garland. I used large command hooks to each end and smaller ones spaced out in between. After a lot of sweat and adjusting and readjusting, I finally got it to look somewhat normal and, more importantly, stay up. One end was still bothering me, and honestly I should have switched it around, but I was too scared to fight with it again. To finish it off, I added some bells and later on a beautiful burgundy ribbon, and also some twinkling lights. Next, we're decorating the coffee table. I'm starting with my thrifted books for height and texture. On top of the books, I'm adding a vase filled with Norfolk pine branches. Then I'm bringing in my large wooden bowl candle, the one I DIY'd over on my DIY channel. I moved the wooden bowl candle towards one end of the table so the layout feels balanced. The bowl candle on one side, the book with the vase in the center, and on the other end, this woven seagrass tray from HomeSense, and one of my DIY bells. Inside the tray, I'm adding a stone bowl. This is actually a Pampered Chef tortilla stone, and I love the texture it adds. I filled it with pine cones to keep things natural and earthy. Then I added my wooden nutcracker and some vintage looking DIY cookie cutters, plus a few vintage inspired ornaments, another DIY of mine. And beside the books, I'm adding a thrifted vintage candle snuffer, and my DIY deer figurine. Inside the vase, I am also adding a couple more of the very similar berries I added to the tree, just to add that punch of red. And that completes the coffee table styling. And while you're watching, let me know which area of the room was your favorite today, the tree, the coffee table, or the mantle. Now on to my large round side table. I already have a lamp and my diffuser on it, so I'm building around those pieces. I added a small tree to my scalloped ceramic pot. To mix up texture and even more, I added a woven box from Temu and a vintage brass bowl I thrifted, which I'm using as a candle holder. I placed a candle inside it and added pine cones around it. I also added some lights to the small tree, and I love how warm and cozy it looks. Moving on to the couch, I'm adding more texture and a bit of pattern with this blanket I picked up at Dollarama. Then I'm bringing in my Sherpa pillow and some red and white Christmas pillows. I repeated the same setup on the other couch, just without the blanket. The last thing to decorate are these wall decor pieces, and I'm adding small Norfolk pine wreaths to each of them. And that's it. The room feels so cozy, warm, and perfectly traditional for Christmas. around for a while, you know I always start any decorating with a clean slate. I clear off all the surfaces, give everything a good wipe down, and then start layering in those festive touches. We're starting at my island, which really sets the tone for the whole kitchen. I'm adding one of my newest favorite vases. It's a large one that I made over on my DIY channel, and I absolutely love the size and the shape. Into it, I'm adding some beautiful new greenery stems I picked up at Dollarama. They look amazing and super realistic. I might even grab a few more to make it a little fuller. Whenever you're adding greenery stems, don't forget to fluff them up. It truly makes a world of difference. Now for a traditional classic touch, I'm adding this little red truck. I've loved these for years. They give that perfect pop of red color. For a while, I pulled away from red decor, but with all the Ralph Lauren Christmas inspiration out there, I found myself gravitating right back to those rich reds, greens, and golds again. Next, I'm bringing in some natural wood to break up all the white. I'm using a wooden pedestal from Bouclair, and on top of it, I'm adding a new mini wreath I found at Canadian Tire along with a deep red candle. I love how deep a rich color, red color this candle holder is, so I will be adding a new candle wax to it for years to come. Now moving on to my counters, on one corner I am adding this warm tone pot and a mini Christmas tree I've had for years from HomeSense. I strung some battery operated lights on it, and these are all from Dollarama and are on a timer, which makes life so much easier. Cover the outlets, I'm bringing in my usual cutting boards, but dressing one up this time with a ribbon and a little vintage bell. It adds just a touch of whimsy and color. I also added my Christmas tree shaped charcuterie board from HomeSense and a stack of little wooden houses to balance the look. It's simple but so cozy. Now back to the little Christmas tree or the little tree, I am just adding a wooden tree also from HomeSense. On the other end of this counter, I'm adding my gold pot. This was actually an ice canister makeover for my DIY channel. I filled it with spoons, whisks, and just a little sprig of cedar for that fresh, natural greenery touch. Across from the stove, or on the other side of the stove, I like to keep things functional but beautiful. I thrifted this raised pedestal cutting board, a total pottery. It is an actual pottery barn item, but I paid $1 and layered it with another cutting board for height. I added a diffuser here too. I love having one in the kitchen to neutralize cooking smells and keep things cozy and fresh. Then I brought in another thrifted find, this adorable gingerbread cutting board or charcuterie board. I debated lightening it up, but I think I actually love the warmth of it as is. Next to it, I'm adding my salt and pepper mills and a small glass pitcher that I gave a little makeover to. Into it, I tucked some droopy Norfolk pine stems from Timo, along with mini berry clusters from Dollarama for pop of color. Now, over in the corner, I wanted to change things up a bit. I moved my stand mixer to the side and placed a large bowl filled with fresh cedar branches from my tree out front. To that, I added dried orange slices I made last year, and you can check out that DIY on my other channel, and some gingerbread cookies that look so realistic. I got those at a local brewery that had a little Christmas shop set up a few years back. Now, looking back at this corner, it wasn't quite working for me, so I ended up swapping a few things around until the balance felt right. I love how natural and cozy this corner turned out. The mix of greenery, warm wood, and little nostalgic touches feels so homey. Next up, my coffee station, one of my favorite spots in the house. I started by adding a simple mug, turned around so you can see the writing, a brown vase with cedar stems, and then I added a pedestal, and onto it I added a coffee canister. To the coffee canister or a container, it's a glass container, I added I tied a ribbon in that deep red color I'm loving this year. Then I also added a small little milk pitcher or cream pitcher with spoons. And then I ended up swapping out the coffee mug because that red was clashing with the ribbon color, uh, and added a deep green one, which feels a bit more muted and classic. On the shelf above, I brought in a few statement pieces, a large brass bells from HomeSense, a little wooden twig deer I took off a wreath, and some smaller red and green bells for soft, festive touch. On the top shelf, I added a small cedar tree in a vintage thrifted pot that I painted myself, tied it with ribbon to match below. The cedar tree came from Timu as well. For a nostalgic touch, I included my hot cocoa warm-up picture. I've had it for years and it just wouldn't feel like Christmas without it. Finally, a few of my DIY wooden trees and that are total Pottery Barn dupe, and a tiny bottle brush tree to complete the look.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas.
Lastly, between my window and pantry, I recently added a small shelf, and I wanted to make this space festive too. I hung a little basket that usually holds garlic and onions, but swapped them out for a pretty stem from Timo, and then I added a large gold star to the top. On one side, I added a thrifted vase with a single stem of cedar,
The first for you and me. Another
and to the other, one of my red houses. I've been thinking of painting a few of them a creamy white for a softer look. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? To finish it, I swapped out the kitchen towel for mini bell accents. Such a small change, but it adds that perfect cozy charm.
went by, but the difference this time is that ever since
And that completes my cozy Christmas kitchen decorating for 2025. I absolutely love how this space came together. A mix of natural elements, deep reds and green, touches of gold, and just enough vintage charm to make it feel timeless. If you enjoy decorating with me today and love traditional Christmas decor, Ralph Lauren inspired Christmas ideas, or natural inspired holiday decorating, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of my Christmas decorating series. welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to take you along as I transform our primary bedroom into a cozy Christmas retreat. This space has been on my makeover list for a while, but for now I'm bringing in some fresh festive magic with DIYs, budget-friendly decor, and a touch of sparkle to keep things cozy and inviting. So grab a cup of something warm and let's get started. Before we jump into decorating, I want to thank Causeway for sponsoring this video. Causeway offers many amazing affordable products to make your home look stunning for the holidays, and today I'm featuring their 6-foot pre-lit artificial Christmas tree. This tree is everything. It features 715 snow-dusted branch tips for that perfect snowy winter vibe, with 36 natural pine cones adding an earthy, festive touch. The tree also comes pre-lit with 210 incandescent lights, and the transparent covers on the lights create a beautiful glow both the day and night. Not only does it have a dense and realistic appearance, but the materials are flame retardant, odorless, non-fading, and allergy-proof, perfect for lasting use. It's also designed with a sturdy metal stand that resists tipping and has non-slip pads to protect your floors. Setting it up was super easy, and after fluffing it, I decided to leave it undecorated because it's just so gorgeous on its own. This tree truly stands out and brings the magic of winter right into your home. And also, don't miss out on Causeway's Black Friday deals. Right now, you can get up to 8% cash back after your first order, a price guarantee, and for every order over $200, you will be entered into a draw to win a free gift. It's the perfect time to grab holiday essentials and even a few gifts while saving big. Now that the tree is up, let's move on to the rest of the room. First, I decorated the fireplace. I reused a flocked garland from my living room decor in previous years. The lights on it aren't working, so I'll need to replace those, but I kept it simple with just the garland and 3 DIY candle holders I made earlier this year.
Let's go outside, the snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me, with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire, 'cause all I want is to spend this day.
I wanted to keep things budget friendly, so I'm reusing a lot of my past DIYs and all the decor.
We'll fill with love and joy, so beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents.
On the bed, I went for a cozy and layered look. I added a fur pillow in the back where I add my Euro style pillows, and flanked it by my plaid pillow covers from fall. The warm brown tones feel earthy and festive even for Christmas. I also made some Pottery Barn inspired pillow covers from the thrifted blanket, including Mr. and Mrs. Spice pillow dupes. I share those over on my DIY channel if you want to check that out.
Moonlight till we reach a place we can stay. Maybe kiss a bit and dream away. And in a while.
In the center, I added a tasseled pillow with the subtle sparkle to give it that wintry magical vibe.
Spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you.
For blankets, I'm laying a Sherpa plaid blanket and styling with the Sherpa side up, and a green waffle pattern blanket for a pop of color.
inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas moment we'll fill with love and joy. Love and so beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you, with you. I don't need any presents as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you.
Moving on to the side tables, I kept it minimal with simple greenery arrangement on each side. Since we keep books and glasses here, I didn't want to over-decorate. And then for the headboard, I added a simple garland that ties in perfectly with the rest of the decor. It's subtle, but it adds just the right amount of Christmas cheer.
I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days. Wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belts. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. I'll pray it will never end. Do you like to be here too? It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all these Christmas.
On the tall dresser, I added another Pottery Barn inspired DIY piece that I recently shared on my DIY channel, along with a fresh cedar wreath I made. You can find a reel of that process over on my Instagram. For the main dresser, I added a picture vase with red berries to bring in a pop of festive color.
Time for your present, come over here. Now it is time to get out in the snow, lighting a light with you. Choirs will sing and the joy bells will ring. Nobody loves you as much as I do. It's a wonderful feeling from floor to the ceiling. It is that time of the year. Drinking hot wine by the fire.
I kept the existing sign and cross but added my DIY large bells, also a tree-framed art piece.
Christmas and some kind of love, my friend.
I included some cherished Christmas photos.
Kings and hang a wreath on your door. It's Christmas.
To finish it off, I included a wooden tree with twine with a twine deer.
Just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight.
And that's it, friends. My cozy Christmas bedroom is ready for the holidays. I love how this space turned out, especially using so many of my own DIYs and repurposing decor I already had. It feels warm, inviting, and festive, all without breaking the bank. Welcome back, friends. Today I'm so excited to take you on my cozy Christmas home tour of 2025, filled with warm traditional Christmas decor, classic red accents, twinkling lights, and so many simple but beautiful ideas you can recreate on a budget. If you love Christmas decorate with me videos, classic holiday styling, or high-end look for less, you are going to feel right at home. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a seasonal decorating video. I also want to mention, if you are interested where things are from and or the process of decorating each space, I will have the full Christmas Decorate With Me playlist linked in the description box for you so you can check it all out. We are starting on the front porch. I kept it warm, cozy, and welcoming with pieces that create that classic Christmas charm. Think traditional greenery, simple lighting, seasonal touches, and a look that feels festive without being overdone. This year I wanted this space to feel like a Christmas tree wonderland but still keep everything classic and timeless. My goal here is always to make the porch feel like an invitation into the rest of the home. Moving inside, here in my entryway, I wanted this space to feel warm, welcoming, and perfectly cozy for Christmas. I started by adding my 9-foot slim Christmas tree that I picked up a couple of years ago from a local nursery. It's pre-lit, fits the corner beautifully without taking up too much floor space, and it brings such a soft glow into this area. I decorated it with velvet ornaments I found in Michael's last year, and to them I added my brown velvet ribbon to tie in that natural classic look. I also hung the dried orange slice ornaments I DIY'd along with a fringed ribbon, and finished the bottom with simple burlap for a cozy organic feel. On the wall, I swapped out my usual sign and added this thrifted accordion style coat rack. This was actually not included in my Decorate With Me video. It's just for decor, but I love the vintage touch it brings. On it, I hung my DIY berry wreath, a Pottery Barn dupe that has those beautiful Ralph Lauren holiday vibes. I added a small cluster of bells beside it for a subtle festive moment. Then over on the entryway table, which was a Facebook Marketplace find I made over on my DIY channel, I kept the styling simple and curated. I added a stack of thrifted books for height, my thrifted lamp on one side, and one of my DIY vases filled with fresh cedar clippings from the tree in my yard. In the center, I styled my rattan bells tied with brown silk ribbon, and I added my Christmas tree print, a natural wood nutcracker, and a little bell candle for warmth. To finish the bottom of the table, I added a HomeSense basket with a deep green waffle blanket from Temu, my large bell, and a red house that lights up. And beside it, I tucked in another basket, and in it I placed a 4-foot Norfolk pine tree from Temu. And I added lights to it for the perfect finishing touch. This whole space feels cozy, collected, and inviting, the perfect way to welcome guests into our home. This year in the living room, I went with the cozy, elegant Christmas style. Lots of soft textures, warm greenery, subtle pops of red, and those classic pieces that make the space feel welcoming and timeless. For the tree, I used my unlit tree from a local nursery, and I added layers of fairy lights from Amazon to give it the magical twinkle and glow. On the coffee table, I kept things simple but elevated with some DIY textured vase with beautiful juniper berry stems, a thrifted book for Hyde, a mix of bells, and black deer I thrifted and painted. It's small, minimal, but still feel festive. Cedar garland, simple stockings, few bells, a few warm touches like wooden lantern, black candlesticks, Christmas tree candles, and a raw wood nutcracker with ribbon, along with a vase filled with some cedar stems. Cedar and Norfolk stems, a few DIY vases, candle holders with green tree candles I made last year, and a pop of red with mercury glass candle holder. All things that add warmth without overwhelming the space. For the couch, I kept the look cozy with a fringe throw, the original pattern pillows, striped pillows from HomeSense, and deep green velvet pillow cover, finished with the lumber pillow in the center. Overall, this room feels warm, inviting, and festive, proof that you can create a cozy, elegant holiday home without spending a ton or overstyling the space. If you're enjoying this tour, hit the heart in the comment to show some love. And moving in from the living room, this is our dining room, one of my favorite spaces to decorate for Christmas. I wanted this room to feel warm, cozy, and minimal with just enough festive touches to make it feel magical. The first thing you'll notice is the flock tree. This one is from Lowe's and I've had it for a few years now. It's pre-lit, beautifully full, and it adds such a soft glow to this corner of the room. I decorated with mostly handmade ornaments and a mix of special pieces, a simple brown ribbon, and white tree skirt to keep everything feeling clean and minimal. Beside the tree is my hutch, which I styled with a mix of vintage pieces, fine china, and a few subtle Christmas accents. On the top I added 2 prints along with few of my favorite vessels. I love how the lightly flocked trees on the opposite side balance everything out. I elevated one of them on a small footed board just to add height and dimension. Inside the shelves, I kept the look very curated. Some of my fine china, a little pop of red with a wooden sign from HomeSense, a small flock stamp, thrifted cookie house jar I found a few years back. And on the bottom, I added a vase tied with brown velvet ribbon and filled with Norfolk pine stems, along with my bread bowl candle to make the room feel warm and inviting. For the table, I wanted to keep things simple and functional because we eat here every night. I added a runner from HomeSense and placed my DIY paper mache bowl and olive atelier dupe right in the center. I filled it with simple pine cones for an effortless, cozy touch that can easily be moved for family dinners. And over on the tea card, I created a small minimal moment with a large vase filled with frosted eucalyptus and berry stems. I paired it with one of my DIY candles to bring a soft holiday glow. On the bottom shelf, I added a decorative piece from Costco that ties all the color and texture in this room together. This space feels so calm and welcoming during the holidays, warm, cozy, and minimal, just the way I love it. It's the perfect extension of the living room, and it all flows together beautifully for the season. If you'd like a full tablescape video, leave me a comment and I'll create a step-by-step tutorial. Now on to the main living room, or as we call it, a family room. The main holiday heart of the house. This is where I place our traditional Christmas tree, decorated with classic red accents and warm white lights to create that timeless, cozy atmosphere I love. The tree is styled to feel layered and homey, a little nostalgic, comfortable, and elegant. I have had this tree for a few years now, and it came pre-lit from local nursery called Sheridan's, and I love it. Actually, my other two trees that came from local nursery were from Sheridan's as well. On the mantle, I kept things warm and elevated with layered greenery and a set of twinkling lights. Nothing is overstyled, instead of focuses on pieces that blend classic warmth with an approachable look. I also added a nice ribbon along with some vintage Christmas bells. On the coffee table, I use the cozy textured approach I often share. A low arrangement of greenery, candles, a small tray, stack of books, and a mix of wood and ceramic pieces to add depth and a lived-in feel. The coffee table styling is all about creating a cozy focal point without overcrowding the room. And finally, the kitchen. I kept this space practical and simply festive. Small seasonal touches and layer are layered in. A bit of greenery, a couple of classic Christmas accents, and a warm wood elements that add holiday charm without obstructing anything you need to cook or prep. The kitchen styling stays true to my approach, cozy, classic, and functional. This year I even kept the coffee bar simple and elegant.